Struggling to fix Windows startup issues or manage system configurations like a pro? What if I told you there's a way to master these tools in just minutes? In this video, I'll show you how to use Windows admin tools to take full control of your system, from boot configurations to disabling unwanted startup programs. Whether you're an IT support technician or just someone who wants to optimize their PC, these tips will save you time and headaches. Ready to unlock the secrets of Windows administration? Let's dive in. Welcome to this new course, where we're going to continue with the admin tools that we haven't seen so far, launching the administration tools. To launch these admin tools, you can simply search for the word admin and run Windows admin tools. You'll have this new window that contains shortcuts to all of the Windows admin tools, including the ones we've covered in previous courses. System configuration. We'll start with the system configuration. This tool allows you to configure certain startup settings of your operating system. You can also access it with the keyboard shortcut Windows key plus R key, and by typing the msconfig command. As you can see, the system configuration tool is made up of 5 tabs. The General tab allows you to choose the boot mode. Normal boot is the default boot type where all drivers and services are loaded. The second mode is the boot in diagnostic mode. This mode is useful for support technicians when they encounter problems that cannot be resolved in normal mode. In this mode, the system will load only the basic drivers and services. And the last mode is the selective boot. This is where it is possible to prevent drivers, services, and programs that cause problems from booting. Let's move on to the second tab, which is the Boot tab menu. You may remember when we talked about the System Reserved partition, we said that it contains the Windows Boot Manager and the Boot Configuration Data, BCD. Then it is at this Boot tab that you can modify the BCD entries of your system. That is, the boot menu that will allow you to choose which windows to start. As you can see, in the BCD menu, we have only one system, which is Windows 10. If you are installing a new system on this machine, you will find it in the list. Now, what we're going to do to really understand the purpose of this menu is we're going to add entries to this Start menu. To get started, close the System Configuration window and open the command prompt as an administrator. Then, in the command prompt, copy and paste the following commands: bcdedit/copy, current/d safe mode, bcdedit/copy, current/d safe mode with network support, bcdedit/copy, current/d, command blank in safe mode. These 3 commands added 3 entries to the boot menu. These 3 entries can be found in the Boot tab of the System Configuration window. Now, we're going to configure these 3 modes. For safe mode, in the boot options, you will check the Secure Boot box with the Minimal option. For safe mode with network support, we'll also check the Safe Boot box, but this time with the Network option. And for the last mode, which is the Safe Mode command prompt, we're going to take the Other Environment option. Before finishing, we're going to change the 20-second Start menu delay on our basic entry, which is the Windows 10 one. That way, if you don't choose anything, then it will automatically launch Windows in normal mode. All that remains is to apply. The changes is to press OK. Now, if you restart your VM, you'll be able to see the new boot menu. Now, let's move on to the Services tab. This is where it is possible to enable or disable services. If you check the box, Hide all Microsoft services, well, you will be able to view only the services that you would have installed yourself. That is, services from non-Microsoft programs. In our case, the services that can be seen are linked to the Google Chrome browser, which is the only application I installed on the VM. Now, let's move on to the Startup tab. This menu, as you can see, is a shortcut, which leads to the Task Manager. To access it, simply click on Open Task Manager. This menu allows you to view the programs that are launched automatically when your machine starts. You can therefore disable certain programs to increase the startup speed of your Windows or to disable malware or viruses. For example, click on the Microsoft OneDrive program and then on Deactivate. It is now disabled from your system startup. To activate it again, simply click on Activate. Now let's move on to the last tab, which is the Tools menu. Here you can view the list of all Windows tools and launch them by pressing the Run button. For example, if you go to the Computer Management tool, you can see the command that allows you to launch it. For this tool, this is the compmgmt.msc command. For example, if you launch the Run window with the shortcut Windows keys plus as the letter R, and we run the command compmgmt.msc, well, this will launch the Computer Management menu. Another example, if we go to the Programs line, we can see that the command associated with it is appwiz.cpl. Well, if we execute this command, this will launch the Programs and Features menu, Component Services. Now let's move on to a completely different tool, which is Component Services. This tool has been specifically designed for system administrators and application developers. The system admin will be able to manage these component services, and the application developer will be able to configure them. As an IT support technician, you will not have to work on this type of feature.